Hello and welcome back to Genesis Designs and Modelcraft, and welcome back to Chatterbox for the last time in 2024. Just a very quick wrap up and to let you know what's happening and what is coming in the first part of the new year. So first and foremost, why is there a Black Hawk on my desk? Well, I did allude to the fact that I did two Advent builds. I didn't just do the Aerocobra, which you've seen in the Advent series with snacks. I also did this one, and this is a Hasegawa kit. Now I bought this at the recent Bristol Toy Soldier show in Bristol, and this is a vintage Hasegawa kit complete with an Amarang sticker on the side, which the original one of these that I had would also have sported. So why on earth did I buy this? Well, back in the day, a long time ago, I bought one of these kits from my local model shop at the time, and one of the primary reasons was the box art. Absolutely adore Shigeo Koike, don't know, but this guy's box art, it's just some of the best out there. It's stunning. Hasegawa box art back then, just brilliant. Always liked Euro 1 camo. This is me from the Fens with the A10s. Of course I like Euro 1 camo. And I just thought, what a cool helicopter. Bought the kit, built it. I remember I painted it with Humbrol enamels and a brush. But I also remember that I'd never actually finished that model. Don't know what happened to it. Probably just got swept up in the mess of moving out eventually, but from home. But always had fond memories of it and other Hasegawa kits of the time actually. So when I saw it at the Toy Soldier show there, I just thought, and bought it a little bit on a whim, if I'm honest. But I knew that the Instagram group build, what has become a group build, the Advent build has become quite a big thing on there. And I knew that the theme was helicopters, and initially I was going to do a bigger helicopter build, but I wanted to get the Armour Aerocobra built on the channel, and I felt that the Advent build was the best way for me to do it quickly and actually get it up there and done. So that's why I went with that. But when I saw this kit, I decided to buy it and do this as well in the background, and I've not featured it on the channel until now because it was on Instagram, and I didn't feature it much on Instagram either in the end because I was so busy working on the Armour Hobby kit and on Christmas in general, you can imagine. So here it is, finished. Straight from the box, absolutely no mucking about whatsoever, completely straight from the box. All I've done is get rid of the seams, which were quite invasive, especially on the bottom here. Paint it. This is all freehand camo, and this was painted with the appropriate Mr. Colour suggestions from the Hasegawa instructions, which I didn't used to be able to do when I was a kid. Did not have guns paints back then, and I really rather like it because I have finished it for one. But what a nice little build. So basic but really quite nice put together. It looks good. I like it. So I thought first off just show you that quickly, the other Advent build, and from there just a quick sort of review of the year. So according to my spreadsheet, I managed to finish 10 projects this year, but full disclosure, only 7 of those were model kits, because I did a couple of sort of desktop ornaments for people who left at work, but they still take up bench time, so I put them on my spreadsheet. For the channel, according to YouTube, who send me an email about these things, I've managed to pick up just shy of 2,000 subscribers across 2024, and I've had over 200,000 views, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. 200,000, absolutely incredible. So that's pretty awesome. But I won't lie, when I did the 5,000 subscriber giveaway, seems like a long time ago, but I guess it was last year, I didn't think it would take this long to get to 10,000. I have been squirreling away bits and pieces for a massive 10,000 subscriber giveaway, but I'm not there yet. Nearing 8,000 now. So that leads me to thank yous. I want to do some thank yous of traders and manufacturers that have supported me in some way or another through this year, some more than others. First and foremost on the list is Models for Sale. Vince from Models for Sale, long-standing friend and supporter of the channel from the beginning. Big thank you to him for his continuing support of what I do on this channel and of me personally. Armour Hobby and Gregor in particular at Armour Hobby, they have sent me a handful of kits through now for review and to use on the channel, which of course I do hugely appreciate. Airfix, fairly small support, but I have had a few bits and pieces come through from Airfix. Had a sort of a corporate goodie bag with t-shirts and such, and they did supply me with a 1/24 Spitfire for the Silver Spitfire build. Andy Hills and Antics Online at the Bristol branch, he continues to support me both in discounted goods and in the odd freebie, so very big thanks to him also. Premium Hobbies have come on board this year, fully supported the Aerocobra build I just did and have supplied a considerable amount of paint and tools to me over this year, for which I am extremely grateful, so thanks very much to them. Top notch masks again supplied tools, caddies, and of course some masks which were used on the Vulcan and probably will be on the Buccaneer too. And last but not least, and you haven't seen them yet, but Airgoo Europe, who have sent me an airbrush and compressor which will be featured for review very soon. Upcoming content then, moving into the new year. First and foremost, even more modelling for beginners. The Bolton Paul Defiant build, which I know a few of you are looking forward to. I will do an intro video for this very soon, and then I'll leave it a month or so before I actually start posting the build, to allow those of you who wish to build along the opportunity to pick up the aftermarket should you wish, or indeed just to get hold of a kit. So there's that. I will be forging ahead, forward, onwards and upwards with the Buccaneer, Airfix Buccaneer build, brick building. Episode 2 footage is on my computer and only requires editing, and I will be pressing on with that apace. So Defiant and Buccaneer are both Airfix. It's not a conspiracy, I promise. These will be the main builds heading into the first part of the new year. There is other stuff going on, there always is, but these will be the main ones that you're going to see on the channel. On top of these two Airfix builds, there are two more Airfix builds, those being the Silver Spitfire, which I mentioned a moment ago, and hopefully, fingers crossed, another large-scale Airfix Spitfire build will be coming along, and I'll keep quiet about that for now so as not to apply any pressure to anybody, including myself. So that's the sort of the broad outlook for the first part of the year, at least, if not most, but when it comes to the Spitfire especially. But none of this is going to be happening until we're into the new year, because at the moment I'm actually throwing together a tiny MiG-21 model. This is the Edward Profipack MiG-21 that I reviewed for the channel a while back. I decided that since I am currently on holiday per se, that I was going to selfishly, quickly build something completely out of sync with anything, just for myself, because believe it or not, committing to doing a build even on the channel does add a considerable amount of time and effort to the build and everything around it. And I'd finished the P39 and I had a hankering to start something new, but also to finish it. I wanted to do something, or a palette cleanser if you will, if you want to see it that way. I picked out a few likely looking prospects from the stash and the piles of kits that litter the room, and asked the guys at the model club what they thought I should build, and they decided that I should build a MiG-21. I'll show you it when it's finished, which will be within the next week. And then once that's out of the way and I'm back at work, these are what I'm going to get on with. And I've saved the biggest thank you till last, haven't I? I want to thank all of you. Thank you all for watching the videos, for your likes and shares and comments. To those of you who donate on the Buy Me a Coffee app, a huge thank you to you. I know that I made a conscious decision that you weren't going to get anything in return for those donations, because I don't want to put my content behind a paywall, which is what would inevitably happen if I chose to use Patreon to try and boost the earnings that the channel can generate. So huge thank you to all of you for all of that. I do massively appreciate it, and it never ceases to surprise me actually how many people want to watch this my varied waffling on YouTube. So thank you so much to all of you. I hope you've all had a fabulous Christmas, and in the spirit of the season I want to wish all of you a very, very happy new year, and I'll see you again very soon. So with all of that said, I think it only remains for me to say, till next time, look after yourselves, look after each other, and Genesis out.